Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what people like about your personality. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm now going to show you your crystals for each pile. So for pile number 1, we have black tourmaline. For pile number 2, we have Carnelian. And for pile number 3, we have Sodalite. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, the one that is calling out to your soul the most, and that will be a pile for today. But of course, if you're drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this black tourmaline crystal and the card with hidden knowledge, Akashic records, and silent understanding, card number 52, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what do people like about your personality. We start your reading at 14:41 on the clock, so that may be an angel number some of you see, or that may relate to the energies of the reading. We'll see when we add your cards. And as I tap into the energies, I'm all of a sudden seeing the Divine Feminine Oracle deck clairvoyantly. So you could have a lot of Divine Feminine energy, regardless of your gender, because we all have Divine Masculine and Feminine energy within us. So let's just see what cards show up for you, and then I'll interpret what messages you have today. So we're going to be using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck, as well as the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. So spirit guides in my pile number 1s. What do people like about their personality? We have Healing Earth with the power to give and receive healing, card number 46. We have Deep Emotions with Unknown Feelings and Past Life Influences, card number 15. And at the back of the deck, we have Friendship with Support, Fun, Unity, and Play. So I feel a lot of energies of the throat chakra coming out as well. 1444 on the clock now. And we had that 14 on the friendship card, so I'll explain what that means in a moment. With the throat chakra releasing energy, I feel like I'm releasing energy in the throat chakra as I do your reading. So spirit guides of my pile number 1s. What do people like about their personality? Interesting, we have the Star. I also saw an image of a candlelight when I tapped into the energies of your reading. So here we see confirmation. We have the Hanged Woman. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Judgment card. And we have the King of Wands. At the back of the deck, we have the Emperor. So what people like about your personality, my pile number 1s? Is this a pile of people that are very, spiritually gifted, spiritually in tune? I mean, we have the Star in the center of your reading, and we have the power to give and receive healing, as well as the Judgment card. There is a lot of spiritual energies within this pile. Maybe some of you are working in the spiritual industry, like if you're a Reiki healer, or if you're someone that reads cards with the hidden knowledge card, maybe you're someone that reads into past lives a lot, or maybe you're a healer, like a physical healer, like a doctor, or someone like a psychiatrist or a therapist, or it kind of gives me that vibe like people almost see you as a healer. Okay, for some of you, or a lot of you, or a lot of you are light workers in some way. And even if you don't work in a career field where you're using your gifts, maybe a lot of people see that you have these gifts in some way. Where a lot of people feel your energy is very healing and soothing to them in some way. So with the number 14 that we keep seeing, the number 1 is all about new beginnings. Number 4 is all about security, safety. The energies of Cancer, the 4th house, the home. So what I take from this is what people like about your personality is the fact that you are so intuitive. With the hidden knowledge card, you're able to see through people. You're able to really see people on a deeper level and understand them in a way that they've never felt so seen in their life. Okay? 444 on the timer, we keep seeing that number over and over again, and the Emperor is also number 4. You make people feel safe. This is what they like about your personality. You make people feel safe. You make them feel seen. You're someone with a lot of light. You're someone that shares your light with everyone around you. And when they're in really dark, uncomfortable, scary moments when they're like, they don't know what to do, or they just need some advice, or they're just in a place where they need someone to listen, you're always that person other people can rely on to, talk about those things to, and to have someone just listen to them, or have someone give them advice, or have someone just validate their feelings. You're that really emotionally empathetic person that especially your friends feel like you can rely on. I don't think this is everyone, but I feel like it's those closest to you, those in your friendship circle and those around you. Or people feel like they have a friend in you. I'm hearing that song that's like, you got a friend in me. People feel like you're a true friend, someone they can rely on. And I feel like what people really like about your personality is the fact that you feel things so deeply. You're so connected to your spiritual gifts that it inspires others. As you feel things so deeply, you also connect deeply to those intuitive realms, and you're able to really understand humans on a deeper level than most. Even feelings they don't quite feel comfortable with, or feelings they don't quite understand yet. It's like you're accepting of it. Does that make sense? That's what I feel here. And with the throat chakra energies, I feel like what people really like about your personality is the fact that you have so much light. However, I feel like you have begun protecting yourself more by speaking up for yourself more. So, for example, let's use the example of someone coming to you and saying, can I vent to you? Like, I'm not feeling that great today. And then you're like, I'm really busy right now, but I want to hear you and be there for you and listen to you. Can we maybe talk tomorrow about this? Is it okay if you write your feelings down and then tomorrow you talk to me about it? I'll help you through it. And it's like you're sticking up for yourself, but in a very kind way, and protecting yourself through boundaries. And that, I feel like you inspire people with the star in your center of the reading. You inspire a lot of people by your kind heart, by your kind nature, by your naturally empathetic nature. You inspire people to be there for others and to hold that space for others, where others can feel safe to feel whatever they need to feel as well. I feel like you really treat people with loyalty. You treat people like their family, and this is something people really like about your personality, because it also inspires them to, become a better person and show that love to those closest to them. I feel like you help people see things in different perspectives. You just know the right things to say. It's almost like you're just so wise and so intuitive with so much healing energy. You know, people think you're a very gifted person, my pile number ones, and I feel like that's something people like about your personality because you're such an inspiration to them because you shine so bright. You know, you're being recognized for all your gifts and talents by people. What people really like about your personality is the fact that you are able to say you're an emotional being and not shy away from that, because we as humans feel emotions and you're not ashamed of it. You honor those emotions within you. You honor that spiritual side of you when many feel the need to hide that side of themselves because maybe we could get criticized or ridiculed, but you know, you show that side of yourself freely. You're comfortable with being your authentic self in the world, or this is what people at least think of you. And this is one of their favorite things about your personality, one of the things people love about your personality, because you're free within who you are. People think you're such a free-spirited person, and you're free to say the things you want, free to express yourself the way you want, free to be yourself in the world. And you help others see things from a much higher and loving perspective, but also help them validate their own feelings. What people really love about your personality is the fact that you can hold so much emotions, but also be someone that is really stable within yourself. You know, you have stability within your own life and you've built stability within your own life with the Emperor. You could also be doing really well in your career, or you could be really successful in a way, in other people's eyes, where you have stability of your own. And earlier I spoke about divine feminine energy, and what I meant by that is here we see you connecting to your emotions. The emotions is a divine feminine energy, 1111 on the timer. You know, you connecting to spirituality and to the divine, that is the divine feminine energy. But you're also really connected to your divine masculine energy, since we have the Emperor and the King of Wands. You're able to take action towards your dreams. You're able to have that balance where you feel things, you receive that intuitive information, you're able to rest, rejuvenate, but then you're also able to take action towards your passions. You're also able to protect yourself by speaking your truth and not just always being the one to say yes to everything. You're able to say no to certain things and able to really know where your boundaries lie. I feel like that's something that also inspires others. The traits people see within your personality inspire others. People think you're really powerful in your own way, but it's like you don't need to shout it to the whole world. You're really humble when it comes to your power and your talents and your gifts. But then, I mean, you're coming up as the emperor here, so it's like this type of energy of you really sitting on the throne, but maybe not seeing yourself as sitting on the throne, seeing everyone as equal to you. And here we even see a lion, so people think you stand out. People think that you have the confidence, but you have a humbleness to you at the same time. You have an energy to you where you're able to see things from different perspectives of life and understand people on different perspectives of life, but have so much wisdom, have all these beautiful gifts of yours and talents of yours, but still stay humble within that, but also be confident enough in yourself to know your worth. 1313 on the timer. What people also really like about your personality is your ability to stay optimistic, even in moments where we don't know what's going to happen, when we're in the unknown, and see things from a higher perspective, from a more optimistic perspective. I feel like what people really like about your personality is your ability to be grounded, but also very dreamy and cosmic at the same time. What people really like about your personality as well is how passionate you are about life, about the things you love to do, about people around you. Um, and I feel like you have a lot of leadership qualities and skills that people see within you. You have a lot of amazing ideas, and I feel like everything I'm mentioning it's why people are inspired by you. And I feel like people love to be inspired by you. People love that you're an inspiration to others. People love the fact that you're able to pour into others and really fill their cup, but then also pour into yourself and be able to receive that from others as well. 14444 on the timer. I think I'm going to end off your reading here. So this is what I see in your reading. I really hope this reading resonates. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this Carnelian crystal and the card Duality with many meanings, misunderstanding, card number 36, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what people like about your personality. So please be aware this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So we're going to be using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck as well as the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. So let's take a look at what cards show up for you. So spirit guides on my pile number twos. What people like about their personality. We have telepathy with transmission, perception, and communication. Card number 22. And then we have sacred breath and sound with life force communication. Card number 10. The achievement card also wants to pop out, and at the back of the deck you have River of Blessings with releasing constraints. So what do people like about my pile number two's personality? We have the Knight of Cups. We have the King of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. I feel Gemini energy, and then the Two of Swords kind of just confirmed it because I'm looking at these two swords and like the different sides. You don't have to be a Gemini, but I feel like there's two sides to you. You're very multidimensional. I mean, we have the duality card in the middle, which is, you know, the yin and the yang, the duality of life. So we have the Six of Swords, but also a lot of air sign energy. The Hermit, so maybe also Virgo energy. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And at the back of the deck, we have the Death card. So some of you may relate to pile number one, by the way, because in pile one, I was speaking a lot about their spiritual gifts, and I see that for you here with the telepathy card. So if you were drawn, there's that sign, but if not, it's okay. And if you're from pile number one, hi again. So I actually saw a vision for your pile, but I'm not really sure if I want to say it because I don't want to like make it seem as if I'm trying to offend you. So I just want to say this disclaimer, like I'm not trying to offend you here with this vision I saw. Spirit was showing it to me in a very jokey way. So just take it as it resonates, okay? Spirit showed me the vision of Mean Girls. I don't know if it was Mean Girls, but like I kind of like heard the words of it. I think it was, but you know in Mean Girls when Katie is talking to when she's talking to Janice outside the car, like towards the end of the movie, and then Janice is like something like to her, "You're a mean girl, Katie," and then I think she said something like, "You're also a mean girl." And then she's like, I think she said something along the lines of, Um, I'm a mean girl, but at least I can admit that I'm a mean girl. But I heard it like, I don't know if I want to say this. I don't know if it will offend you, but I heard like your spirit guides joking and saying it like, I'm a bitch, but at least I can admit I'm a bitch. Like I promise I'm not offending you, but it's kind of coming through like I'm hearing the song Talk That Shit by Megan the Stallion, and I'm getting this vibe from you of like, if you want to say something, you're going to say it. You're going to be upfront about it. You don't sugarcoat things. And although you are very loyal with the wolf showing up, you're a very kind-hearted person with the Knight of Cups, but you still don't sugarcoat things. You say things as they are with the King of Swords. And that's something people like about your personality. Remember, this is what people like about your personality. So people like when you are upfront with them, when you say things and you're like, yeah, I meant what I said. This is what I said. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, you know. That's what I feel from the King of Swords and the duality in this communication card, you know, like when you want to say something, you're going to say it and you're going to speak your truth, you know what I mean? Um, I even feel like you're maybe that type of friend that gives tough love to those around you. Like for example, let's say we have a woman here watching and her friend is in a toxic relationship and you're like, I don't know why I'm swearing so much in this reading. Maybe it's just the energy I'm feeling, but like, bitch, he cheated on you 3 times. Why are you going back to him? Like, I feel like you're very upfront about your communication like that, and there's this feeling of like, I'm saying this because I love you. Like I'm being honest about this because I love you. So I don't know like if some of you can relate to that, but that is the energy I feel here of like what certain people like about your personality and how you just speak your truth. You don't sugarcoat things. And if you're thinking something, you're gonna say it. But you're not going to just be like, oh no, like I think you should be with him. No, like you're gonna speak your truth. And that shows that you are honest. It shows honesty. It shows that you're someone that if people come to you for advice, they know you're gonna tell them the truth. They know you're not just gonna lie and be nice for the sake of being nice, where they make the wrong move or they make a mistake. Like of course you're gonna say it in a kind way or a nice way, but it's like you're not just gonna lie to get the other person's approval or to get them to like you or to think you're nice. Does that make sense? And I feel with the telepathy card, it's not like just like, oh, I'm just talking and being rude. It's like you know when it's the right time to say it and when not to. So we have 2 cards here about communication, and I feel like people think that you're a really powerful communicator. That's another thing people like about your personality. People think you're a powerful communicator. People think that you have so much intelligence, so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and you are so intuitive that sometimes you just know the right things to say to people. Sometimes you just know what to say to get people to see your perspective, or sometimes you just know what to say to people when they're in need of a good friend. You know, sometimes you just know the right things to say. You know what people need to hear. You may even be perceived by people to be very charismatic or charming with the way that you speak, with the way that you communicate. And I'm seeing, in terms of your work or just people around you, thinking that you are someone with a lot of leadership qualities and skills. It's like you really stand out in your own way, and whatever you touch turns to gold, darling, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, whatever you touch or decide to do turns to gold because you really put your heart and your soul into it. And I feel this energy of integrity with this pile. Like, like if you're going to work on something, you want it to be done properly where everything looks good. And it's not like, oh, I'm doing it to be perfect. No, it's like when I do this, I want it to be powerful. I don't just want to half ass it. And Like that's what I feel from this pile. So like in terms of your work or your career or just like the hobbies you like to do or the people around you know this about you, that when you do something, you're going to really put your heart and soul into it and create magic out of it, create gold out of it, even if it takes longer to do. And you're someone that makes really good decisions, really smart decisions in your own life, from your own knowledge, but also from your own intuition. And it's like people see you as someone that always knows the right things to do, always makes the right decisions at the right time. You're always at the right time, at the right place to others in their perception of you because you're so intuitive, but also so intelligent. So there's those two sides to you that you mix and match well, and it makes magic. And that's what people love about your personality, and just how much you care about the work you put in, whether it is your actual career or it's like making your kids food or it's, about the hobby you have, whatever it is, it's like you put in a lot of work and effort to the things you love to do, to the things, even like to the people around you, you put in a lot of effort, and it shows through your actions, through the things you do. I think what people really love about you and like about your personality, my pile number twos, is also the fact that you're able to have duality, the fact that you're able to be multidimensional, because I feel like you're not one to be put in a box. You have many sides to you. And it's like I honor all those sides to me. And it's like just because I'm this and that at the same time, I can be both of those things at the same time. And I feel like people like the fact that you're able to be multidimensional and able to have that duality where it's like balance between shadow and light aspects, where you're not all love and light, but you're able to, see the shadow and heal the shadow and transform the shadow too, and not just spiritually bypass. Or let's say you're really balanced between your feminine and your masculine energy, because we all have divine masculine and feminine energy within us. And let's say you're able to um, really rest and rejuvenate and receive, but then the next day really take action towards your goal and not just stay in one energy. You're able to move between the two. Or let's say you're able to really connect to your intuition, for example, the divine feminine energy, but you're also able to connect to logic, which is divine masculine energy. Do you get what I mean? Or maybe you're able to be creative, but also like be able to communicate really well, read really well, write really well, like that type of energy where you can use both. Does that make sense? Where you can be both at the same time. So that's what people like about your personality. People also like the fact that you have transformed, changed, gone within your own way. You've gone through like a rebirth process within your own life. And you've been able to look within and really see yourself on a deep level. That's why maybe even like when you tell someone something, you don't sugarcoat it, because they can see you've already been through that in your own life, and it's not coming from a place of judgment. 15:15 on the clock. It's not coming from a place of judgment. It's coming from a place of love. So I feel like there's also something about you where you're someone that really wears your heart on your sleeve towards the people you love. You have a soft spot to them, and it's like you always make decisions with them through loyalty. So I see the energies of loyalty here, and it's like the people that know you know that, like, let's say you have a big decision to make, you're going to consider their opinions as well. Or you're like, let's say you have something big to decide on, it's like you also want their input on it. Does that make sense? So that's also something I see here, the energies of loyalty too. And it's like you're able to really commit to people and places and things, like when you're like, okay, I'm going to do this for you, you're going to make sure you do that. So there's this energy of like, when you make a decision, you commit to it. And that's something people really like about your personality. Also, your communication, I feel like the way you're able to have deep conversations with people, I think people really love your conversations together. You know, like I feel like you can be playful, you can be deep, you can share knowledge, you can share wisdom, but then you can also be a little bit lighthearted, but then you can also go deep into conversations. So it's like you have many different sides to you, like a Rubik's Cube, and that's something people like about you, where it's like there's always something new and interesting with you, you know? It's never the same, it never becomes stale or boring, and this is how other people's perspectives are. But there's also something very seductive about this pile. Like, I feel like that's not maybe not part of your personality, but like there's something also very sexy about you and seductive about you that people like. And you know, like I feel like you have a flirtatious side to you and your communication, which some people have seen and like about you, because you really know how to flirt, or you really know how to say certain things to people that get them even more interested in you. So this is what I see in your reading. This is what people like about your personality. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye! Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose the Sodalite crystal and the Divine Feminine card with magnetic and receptive power, card number 7, this reading is for you. We're going to be taking a look at what people like about your personality. So as I look at your card, the 7, I saw the 7th house and like lover's energy, partnership energy with this pile. So we'll see what that means in a bit. Let's just pull all your cards. We're going to be using the Priestess of Light Oracle deck and the Sacred Sisterhood Tarot. There's also energies of the throat chakra here with the Sodalite crystal, and since she's wearing a blue dress. So, spirit guides in my pile number 3s. What do people like about their personality? What do people... There's so many things people like about your personality because we have like 3 cards here. More than what I wanted. Soul Radiance with Phoenix Rising, card number 53. Let me just make space for all these cards. We have Bright Heart Light with Open Connections, card number 18. I'll just make sure they're in frame in a minute. We have Balance, Stability with Standing Firm, card number 40. Your pile is switching things up because there's not enough space there at the top. At the back of the deck, we have Achievement with Effort plus Intention. So since we're switching it up in your pile, you may also be very unique and different than most people, and that's maybe something people like about you. So, spirit guides on my pile number 3s. What do people like about their personality? We have the Empress. I'll say this pile is very physically attractive. I know that's not part of your personality, but I mean, we have the Divine Feminine card and the Empress card. Like, whoa, we have the Sun card. What do people like about their personality? We have the 6 of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Temperance card. Yeah, for some reason these cards don't want to... At the back of the deck we have the 4 of Cups. Or the 5 of Cups. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. Oh my gosh, and behind it we have the Lovers. I said something about 7th house and partnerships. So you're showing up in this pile to have a lot of Venusian energy. I'm feeling the energies of you holding the space of unconditional love as a human being on earth. But then you're also really physically attractive, like I said before, all this Venusian energy. You're seen to be very physically attractive to others, and that's like a cherry on top since it's not a part of your personality. But let's say you're like the milkshake, and that's like the cherry on top. That's what I see here. I also feel a lot of energies in my crown chakra. Um, are some of you dealing with like a headache right now? Because it feels almost like a headache. I'd say to ground right now if you're dealing with any headaches at the time you're watching. Or drink water. But anyways, I feel like maybe you're also someone really intuitive too, since I'm feeling the crown chakra energies. But I feel like what people really like about your personality is the fact that you have so much unconditional love within you. You're someone that is really loving. You share your heart to everyone around you. I feel like this is my pile of people that cares so much about the whole world. You care about the earth, you care about the animals, you care about family, you care about those you love, you care about strangers, you care about everyone, you know? And it's like you just want to see the world full of love and not full of pain, but full of love. I hear a bird outside, so I'll take that as confirmation. Maybe you're connected to birds, or maybe you're seen to be someone free like a bird, you know, very free spirited. And that's also another trait and quality people love about you. With the seventh house energies of partnerships and everything, it's like I see you've been disappointed many times within your life. I'm hearing this song by Men I Trust where she's like, I think it's called Always Lone, where she's like, I'm always alone, I always care too much. And she talks about like people wanting to play the game, but she'd rather be the one that gets hurt than to be the one playing that game, you know? And I feel like you've been disappointed many times, and people have seen that. Maybe you've been hurt many times by people emotionally. However, you still stay this very loving person. And you have been able to transmute that and rise above that. And I think what people really like about your personality is whatever you go through, whatever tries to get you down, you're always going to pick yourself back up after. You're always going to rise like the phoenix rising, and you're so, so, so strong. You have so much strength and resilience within you as a soul, and your soul radiates. You're like a star, like a sun that radiates joy and warmth everywhere and light, you know, but you've been able to transmute those painful emotions. I see 717 on the timer. So the number 7 could be significant to you. Because 7 was the number we started off with, but it's like you're able to really be strong and powerful through the energies of healing and not let things change you as a person or harden your heart. And that is something people really like about your personality, because I can tell you, I've seen certain people go through painful things and then they just completely close off their hearts and go cold, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no judgment there because everyone's on their own journey. But it's like you're so, so, so strong. That's what people keep seeing about you, how strong you are and how much you radiate and how much light you have within you that you share to others, you know? And you're so powerful, but in a very gentle way. Kind of like the starfish, you know, you can try to cut off a starfish's leg, but it will always regenerate and grow back. But starfishes are really cute and gentle. And I feel like you have a power within your soul, but You don't have to shout it to the whole world for it to be known. People see it within you, you know? I feel like you're someone that really spreads joy everywhere you go. Maybe you're someone really carefree, optimistic, free spirited, like I said before. And people really love that about you. It feels like a breath of fresh air. It feels like you're walking sunshine, coloring everybody's lives and bringing color to their life. You're a really colorful person. What people also really like about your personality, some of you could be very creative. Some of you could stand out in your own beautiful way. Some of you have this energy where you want to create your reality, or you're great manifestors or creative. That's the energies I see. There's also a seductive fertility energy here. Okay. And I feel like you're also someone that's always growing, always bettering yourself. I mean, you are so magnetic, but it's not even just your physical looks. You have an internal beauty and an external beauty. It's like you check off all the checklists of like what people would want in a friend and a partner. Like, you're one of a kind, you're a rare gem, and this is what people love about your personality. People love to have conversations with you because they feel your beautiful heart when they're talking to you. People love to have conversations with you and just be around you and feel that joy of just being around you. Your presence brings joy, and that's what people love about your personality. I feel like you're someone that is also always open to learning with the Page of Pentacles. And even when you reach a stage of balance and stability and this place of success within your career or within your goals, your hobbies, the things you love to do, even when you reach a place of success there and a place of stability and balance, you're always open to learning, always open to growing, evolving, learning new things, seeing different perspectives. And that's something people really like about your personality. Because I feel like I'm looking at you almost like a swan. You know, everything you do is so graceful. It looks so effortless. And like whatever work you put into your career and to the things you want to achieve, it's like you really perfect and master the art of whatever you do. And that's something people can really see, your work ethic and how hard you work for this to look so effortless and put together. People sometimes view you as a little bit perfect, but also very lucky, but it's like they're cheering that on because they know how much work it takes to put in that work where you're like achieving big things and where it looks effortless. Because I can tell you, like, for me, I don't see it as you being perfectionistic. For me, I see it as I really want to improve. I really want to grow. I really want to not be the best to be in competition with others, but grow from me, you know, win the race every time and beat my record every time and kind of like show myself, you know, what I can really do. I know what I can really do because I know I'm good at this, but like I want to like be a little bit in competition with myself and show myself that I can grow, I can expand. 333 in the clock. You're always growing, you're always expanding. It's Jupiter energy. And maybe that's why people think you're lucky. But maybe you are also really lucky. Maybe things just come to you very easily. Maybe you're able to just manifest and create opportunities for yourself. And I'm like, I'm hearing you go, girl, you go, boy. Like that type of energy where people are like, good for you. Like, I'm happy for you, you know. Get those opportunities, get the things you want to manifest, you know. I feel like you're also someone that is really uplifting. The things you say, I feel like you love to hype up those around you and compliment people and make them feel good about themselves. You just have a way of uplifting people and making them feel good. I feel like if you were my friend and let's say we had to go gym together and I'm like really lazy. I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to do it." I feel like you wouldn't even just motivate me and say, "Hey, we need to do it." I feel like you would motivate me by saying like things that would really uplift me and make me want to do it, make me want to feel that type of like, yes, I want to do this. I'm excited to do that. Not just like, oh, I'm forcing myself to do it. Does that make sense? So you're very motivating and inspiring to others. And I feel like you're just that bright ray of sunshine, color to other people's lives. Do some of you cook or bake or anything like that? Because I'm smelling food. And maybe you cook really well for some of you, but maybe for some of you, you like to do little things for those you love, to show that you care to those you love. And that's also something people really love about you because, you're always like putting an effort for those you love and making them smile in different ways. And it really comes from the heart. I feel like you make those around you feel safe with your love, feel seen. You make them feel really loved. Maybe some of you are even amazing gift givers. You're just very thoughtful. You know what to give someone, or you know what words to say. Maybe you have a poetic way of speaking that comes through very loving, and that's something people love about your personality. So this is your reading, my pile number threes. I really hope this reading resonated. If it did, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in my next reading. Bye!